All right, friends, we're here in free to play, and we're gonna get our raid streak back up and running, or at least attempt to today. We'll do a handful of other things potentially, but we're gonna jump in. Got our first base here. We had our tasks pretty well set. Just want to manage this raid streak, right? The goal is always to try to at least get to 2 skulls very quickly, then hopefully let revenge raids kind of keep us rolling from that point. So we're gonna jump in. Haven't raided on this account in a little while. Unfortunately, starting with, I don't know if it's going to be a good base. It is not a C4 required base, which is pretty nice. We do have some spiky traps as well, so we can rock and roll on those. But let's give this a go. There's not going to be anything too crazy from what I recall in here, but we'll open this up. Just a small level 2 wall base. A few things. We'll get cracked open these 2 sections, and we'll see what we have in store. I got a decent little amount of chests, I guess. What, 6 total? It's not too terrible. We'll do our 3-trap method here, get everything worked up. We'll go probably hit all this stuff too. I doubt that we'll end up doing a reset trick on this, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. Now's a good time. Got the delivery event going on, so some basic rewards could be pretty good. And look at that. Just like that. We will take some basic rewards. Got some zombies in here. That's actually not a bad idea to stand in this corner. Outside of the fact that now I'm stuck in a corner. Could have had some of the zombies trying to hit us through the walls. Work this down. I wasn't expecting a ton from this. I don't also have my auto heals on. I should probably do that. Been doing a little location grinding, so that explains that. Let's open this up. All right, let's chop this one down. No, I don't want to chop the wall. Okay, not bad, actually. Decent materials. Decent little bit of materials. Everybody likes a good material raid. We'll take that. Take these. I don't think I need any of that. Ooh, a couple of things we can break down. That's pretty good. All right, we got another set of zombs here. I don't know if we'll actually even get to the 3rd stage. We only have 2 more chests. I guess it kind of depends on how much we break open for the rest of this. I'm hoping one of these at least has like some melee weapons in it would be nice. Be a decent little raid for no C4. Get our dog loaded up. Get our friends loaded up here. Throw this down. Ooh. Everybody knows I like a good coupon. It's a good, okay. Okay, and some gas. Listen, for this little raid, player 7038, you're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good. We'll break this down. That's not bad. Take a full stack of this. Doggo coming in big. We'll just throw all this in here. Grab these. Guess we can grab the foods. I didn't see any more pine. Maybe we'll just grab this. I need I need metal. Need metals for our breakdown pleasure. Definitely grab that. What else do we need here? Nothing super crazy there. I definitely want these, this. Grab a little bit more of these. These are good to break down. Not a bad little raid. Not a bad little raid to get things started. I guess I could take the phones too. How much durability I have on this? I could chop a few things. Let's see if this has anything in it. All right, we did get to level 3 here. We'll just fight him. Just take care of these guys. Might as well give it a go. We're already here. Watch our health, make sure we don't accidentally die. I did lose my armor, of course. I brought a little bit of broken armor to the fight. Worthwhile for a few medkits, I suppose. Our doggo's taking a nap on us. So I'm hoping, obviously, after this, we can get a decent set of tasks. Nothing too crazy. Be good. 2 chop there. Okay, that was worth. Did I look at this one? Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's peep this, and then I might go to see what the fires have available. Sometimes you can get some good stuff here. I don't have a hatchet anymore. How much space do I have? Not a ton. Put these here. power up with some food. Let's just crack this, and then we'll probably roll out of here. Oh, you know what? I can search this one, and then we can jump out real quick. Hopefully not get punched into oblivion by the big one. Nothing there. Oh, he was right on me. That was a little dicey. That was a little dicey. Okay, so here's what's good. Well, where is the crate at? Yeah, 33 minutes on that. Let's hope for some good. We're just looking for some good return tasks. Player 7038. Not bad, sir. Not bad. Or ma'am. Not bad at all. Pretty happy with that for the most part. Just good old-fashioned materials. Got loaded up here. We'll drop this off. I feel like I've been using up a lot of iron lately. Just in different things. We're doing some settlement crafts. A handful of other stuff, so it always seems good to have that stuff on hand. This put up. And get the nails put up. And what else can we put here? Put those there. And I got a few things over here. These here, that's all fine. That too. Okay. I won't bore you with me putting the things away, with the exception of this, because I'm right here. Any longer. Let's go. I think I have some spears loaded up here, don't I? Yes, I do. I'm gonna say this is probably a 1 spear raid. What do you think? I'm gonna say 1 spear. No, it's a 3 spear raid. Okay. They're getting a little antsy in their pantsy for some spears. I mean, I suppose that was worth it. Just kidding. Obviously, it was worth it. Make that trade all day long. All right, let's hope. Let's cross our fingers just for some good stuff. That's all we're hoping for. Just give me some decent tasks. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too wild. Be pretty happy with that. Let's get all that put up. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. For a no C4, I could think of worse. All right, what do we got? Toxic abominations. That one's not bad. That's fine. Kill the witch. And we have to kill 5 savage giants. The longest of the things that will take, honestly, is this right here. Just 15 toxic abominations at Abandoned Factory and in Limestone Spires. The good part is what we could do. So we'll start up the plates here. We'll get those rocking and rolling. Hopefully those can finish in a few hours. I'm going to head over to the witch. On the way back, we'll pop into Abandoned Factory, and we'll kill those things over there. We can usually get a couple from that. Obviously, before we get anywhere, we'll make our med kits. And then kind of on the way, we'll do like witch, Abandoned Factory, farm, and then we'll go and finish this up. So that's not bad. We can definitely manage that. When I come back, which will be a little bit from now, I will also do some delivery. And we'll square some things up. So we'll be back with our next raid. All right, we're back for raid 2. And ladies and gents, this is a pretty good one. So we're going to take our time here a little bit. We're going to be smart with this. We're going to try to get as much as we can out of this raid. There are some absolutely awesome opportunities to pick up a whole lot of good items. So we're going to look to do that. That is our goal. Main focus for Sythornz here is a good selection of weapons. There's also an incredibly awesome and filled med chest, which would be really, really good, and then some other good items. I am coming very well prepared. This is a C3, C4 base. If you ever come across this, if you want to get to the core of the base, which we're going to try to do. So, got a whole bunch of hatchets. We also need 3 of the iron hatchets at a minimum to be able to pick up everything that I think is going to be best available. So we're going to do this from the old noggin, do this from the old memory noggin, and work our way here. This is a huge base. This is a very well put together base. And again, there is a lot of loot here. So you don't necessarily have to follow this path. I do think this is the best path into the base, I will say. So do keep that in mind. C4 down here. So give us our first Boom, boom. And we're going to come and we want to open this up here, which is an iron hatchet wall. That opens. Then we're going to break this. This is going to be all of our med items here, which is right off the rip just fantastic. We'll take care of some zombies here. We'll get this working and going. Good way to get things started here. We will very likely suicide trick this one as well, just to try to take full advantage if we can. So I'm actually going to be kind of mindful of my health here. All right, first thing I want to do, let's see, let's get the Trufant Doggo loaded up. Let's grab the rest of these meds. I want all the meds. That's great. Right there by itself. Almost probably worth the C4. Now, I will say, the rest of the stuff in that chest, from my recollection, is also, like, pretty decent. So, if you just have a single C4 and want to pop it on that, I wouldn't blame you at all. Use it up. It's going to limit you in terms of guns. But other than that, I mean, when you think about you're getting all of this, all these meds out of here, that's pretty solid. We also do have a chopper here as well, so this is a good base. I would rank this up there as one of the very, very solid ones, and it's I will say typical, but it seems like most of the really good raid bases with a high quality and quantity of weapons typically take a couple of C4 to get into, because in many instances it's just more veteran players that by this point had soaked that up and we're ready to go. So okay, so we got that down, got the chopper, we've got all the meds, our doggo is loaded up, and we're gonna keep cracking into the base. I'm gonna just try to get to the weapons here pretty quickly. Next thing I want to do, it doesn't matter which of these walls right here that you break, shooter's preference on that, but this is the area we want to get into. Now, I believe we also want to break this wall, and this should be our first weapon crate right here. Boom, there we go. All weapons, very nice. We've got our next set of enemies. Take these guys out. Use my heal here. I also kind of want my dog to do a bunch of work, because we are going to need the zombies here to take us out. Make sure we can get maximum value. Okay. Then C4 is essentially how this is going to go. You don't have to do it this way necessarily. This is what gets us in. A few things that we can grab here. All right, so we need a suicide trick here, so I do need to be a little careful. I need to make sure that I can get dead here. Try to kill off a chunk of the enemies. All right, he is down, which is good, so I can kill this guy. Then what I like to do, pull this off. Give this guy some punchy punches. All right. Let's head to a good spot just for our body. We don't have to worry about this. Then we can go, we can load up these weapons. Again, we're gonna have to like move pretty quickly. It's gonna be like C4, crack 3 crates, and well, we should only have to crack 2 at that point. And then we're back into it. Our armor should hold, we should be fine there. Nothing major. Should be good with the rest of this. Guess we could actually take parts of this off. Take a little more damage. There we go. All right. We'll get the revive going. Now, again, if you didn't want to spend these items, you really don't have to. Like I said, I think 1 C4 gets you a pretty good value of items. I wish that we could show you more, but we're going for glory here. This raid. I want to make sure we pull everything out of here. Grab all this. Grab this. I mean, can you be really mad with essentially what's hopefully going to be like our chopper full of beds and then a chopper full of guns? And our doggo hopefully full with some stuff. This is full up too, so we're just all the way full. I almost want it to... Is it dicey? Nah, we should be fine. We're going to move quickly here. We're going to move quickly. And we'll secure the rest of what we have. So, some more meds coming out. Some other sets of guns. Alright, get back in here. I guess we're driving. I had to use up... killing the 15 toxic abominations, by the way, was, as I anticipated, one of the longer things to do. The rest of it was pretty quick, to be honest. But that one took me a little bit. Also, the iron plates was just time. It just took time. Not a major thing, but just took a little bit. All right, we'll load it up here. We'll load it up here. We're likely not going to be able to get back to the chopper here, so let's just get that loaded up, and then let's load up our doggo as well. Again, maximum value here, as best as we can fit it. Realistically, I could probably break a few of these crates in here. Excuse me, because the next C4 that I bust right here is going to break this wall, break this crate. If you want to get another good crate, this crate right here has like it's all batteries basically. I'm wondering if I want to do that, or do I want to break some of these? We have like 83. Let's 3-chop a few of these. I'm gonna 3-chop this one over here as well. Okay. I think one of these also, I think maybe this one was pretty good. But yeah, we don't have a lot left here, so let's hit this C4. And we're just moving. Good guns. All guns. This is what I'm worried about right here. All right, I gotta be really mindful here. I'm not gonna get these other chests. I might die. Okay. Okay. We got him in a good situation. If you don't know why I was stressed right there. The big one attacking, every time the big one attacks, if you're not super familiar with raids, every time the big one attacks, it adds additional damage, right? I forget where exactly it starts, 25, 30, somewhere around there. And then every attack is 5 points of damage. I can't honestly recall the specifics. But essentially, every time it's attacking, even though it's attacking me through the wall and not hitting me, the damage multiplier is stacking. So essentially, right there at the end, not having any armor, and it having attacked, I don't know, whatever, 20-ish times, or probably a little bit more, essentially meant if I would have gotten hit right there, I'm dying. Which is obviously would have been bad, because I would have lost out on all of this. So, again, I probably could have prepared just a little bit better. I probably could have broken one of the crates to get the remaining, stacks of batteries out or whatever. The other thought process in my mind is I did want to be quick with those crates. I wanted to be able to crack them open, grab all, and just move on. And if I have other stuff in the inventory, I honestly couldn't remember how many guns and things were going to be in there. So I wasn't even going to mess around with that. So take a look at this. We are just absolutely stacked up on heals, which is fantastic. A lot of med kits, a lot of meds. Picked up some gas, and then we're getting all these guns out, plus our chopper full of basically guns as well, and a whole bunch of Glocks, which is really, really nice. A SCAR, a VSS, an AK, like solid raid. So very, very happy, very happy. Sythornz, thank you for making an appearance. I do appreciate your sacrifice there. That is awesome, and thank you, whoever you are out there, for making a decent base and actually having some good loot in it, because that is the other major complaint here of the things not having them. So I probably would have done well to also have crafted that other armor, but took a little bit of a risk there, and luckily enough, it paid off, and we were smart, not too greedy. We were smart with being able to get in and out of there quickly to secure all of these beautiful weapons. Worth it for 3C4? I would say so. With the meds and all these guns, I would say. I do think that's pretty solid. I am very happy with this. Gets us a good stockpile. I've got a nice stockpile of weapons going here. And this helps to plus up. I use Glocks a ton. Like, a ton for a lot of stuff. I think they're very, very good. One of my favorite weapons in the game, just for consistency's sake. And so nice to see that and get those out. It's going to be really, really helpful. And then again, good melee weapons. Just a whole lot of good stuff in general from that one. It was a really good second raid. First raid was fine. It was a good first raid, but that second raid, that brought the bacon for us, which is really nice. We didn't lose out on a whole lot either, which is also really, really good. Look at that. Even more Glockies. I even took the zip guns. You might say, yeah, you don't really need those. That's true. But filling slots up, I will use those. Good for things like farm, handful of other locations. Bunker Alpha, to be honest with you. Just doing it on normal mode to take down the big guys. Not have to worry about that. That's all pretty nice to have to be able to do. And we're stocked up here. We're stocking things up. Look at that. Beautiful. Really nice. Okay, let's go turn some stuff in for my friends. Let's see how many spears they want. I have 2 available. Let's see if they want more than 2. They literally want 1 spear. All those guns. And these guys wanted a single spear. They really trust me. Like, they really trust me. We're actually also making very nice progress here. You can see we are closing in. We should be right around 180 or so for reputation, which is really good too. All right, let's see if we can get some good additional raids here. And I also need to queue up 2 of these boxes for today. We can go ahead and we'll do our delivery as well. Let's see what we can turn up. I think I actually only need, I need 2 of these little 5-minute boys. All right, what do we got? Okay, so blue card at PD. Not bad. I'm going to need to craft some armor to reset what we just did. That's good. Sergeant Kowalski at Pine Bushes. Not too terrible. 3 pups into adult dogs. That's fine. This is the worst one. This is the worst one, not necessarily because of the task, but we got this back to back. I really wish you couldn't get the same task back to back. I also wish you, instead of refuse, I wish this just let you like recycle this or roll this one time, kind of like we get the ability to roll perks at Port Lab. I think that would be one of the few changes here that I think would be relatively easy to implement for the rating system, but just eliminate this and allow streaks to run, because right now we're going to be very dependent on getting a revenge raid. The witch is not going to reset in enough time for this to happen, for us to do this. We don't have the coins. We have 2 coins. However, we got those coins. I don't remember, but we have 2 coins, and that's it. So we're not going to reset the location. Actually, I don't think I have. Yeah, I have 2 rations. So I don't have any rations. And I don't have any ability to reset the location because that's what it would take to do this. The rest of this is actually relatively simple. It's not too bad. This is just a quick trip to Blackport PD. Again, we're going to make this armor. We just have to go run and find Kowalski. And then I think actually we have 3 dogs that are ready to go. So, all right, let's do some delivery here today. See what we can get. Now, I've been playing it safe on these. With these high value ones, we're gonna play it safe. I'm gonna secure my invoices here. I'll roll the dice a little bit with the lower value ones just to see if we can spike anything. These ones, this is just too valuable of the points here. There's a little 360. All right, this one I actually feel okay to at least try rolling the. Oh, okay. Coupons. If I roll once and succeed, I'll roll again. If we get the chance to. Okay. We are winning today. Little boost there. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. 264, so 24 additional points. That's not bad. And then I think I need, 2 more boxes here, which we just need a few more minutes to do. And then we're back at it. And then I'm going to hit my my ad skips for the day. And we're going to queue up a whole bunch of the rest of these boxes. We'll be ready to go. Let's go ahead and craft our armor up. And I will probably just take a walk over to Blackport PD. There's one of our tasks done. Probably just take a walk over to Blackport PD. I think I have the cards ready to go. Yep, I got 4 of them. So that's fine. We can crack a couple of maybe some green crates here. I did not do this last time. I did not do the Blackport PD event. I just honestly didn't have time. I was kind of focused on some other things. So actually probably split. Maybe we'd do like, I need to actually take some of these. This would be 5 of these. Let's turn these in. And we'll do some combination of probably 2 blue cards and some green cards just to get a few things, just to get some weapons, some guns, some accoutrement. All right. I'm actually curious. Does this tell me my reputation level? Yeah, so I got 3 points of reputation from that. So we're up to 180. So we're about, it's 2 to 3 points per from what I can recall. So we're closing in. We're just a handful of raids away for getting max reputation. And theoretically, we should get better raids. Although the last 2, I can't complain with the 2 today. They were both good. That last one out was obviously fantastic, but even the one before was pretty solid. Helped us get some baseline stuff. It's funny enough, I could use a good raid with a bunch of armors, but we have a good stockpile of armor. I just don't like to dip into my SWAT sets for whatever reason. I'm a little bit more picky on free-to-play with armor and what we use, just because I want to save the good stuff for like the events, for some of the other bosses and things. The northern region and island region changes also made like SWAT armors and some of that other stuff maybe somewhat less valuable because you needed the specific region armor. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic that we have going on with all that stuff. But let me also make sure that this bait chest, we are full up on those. Ladies and gents, we're good to go. So I'm going to leave you here. I got one more delivery to do. We'll knock that one out. Probably nothing crazy from that. A good double raid episode. Hopefully here going forward, we can get our streak up and running. Actually, I want to check really quick here. I want to say this is 2 days on the witch. It's 3 days. So like we absolutely have to get a revenge raid. And I'm hoping, honestly, we get a revenge raid like pretty quickly. If we could pump this up to that 2 days, 19 hours and maybe get to 3 skulls, that would be okay. That'd be decent. We'd have a chance, at least if we can keep it at 2 skulls. I feel pretty good. We'll be moving around quite a bit to do some different things, farm up some stuff, and all that kind of jazz. I gotta go. I got transport hub reset to do as well. So like, there's a good chance we can keep it rolling, but it just, man, this just stinks. and it's 30 rations to reset. It's 30 rations. That's so much. That's so much. This location doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything. I just really wish you wouldn't get the same task back to back, because it just makes it really hard, especially for free to play. You're so dependent on those either a really good set of 5 tasks and getting lucky like 2 or 3 times in a row. You're really just, other than that, dependent on getting that revenge raid so you can get that streak up. So, okay, I will leave you here. I'm not going to let you waste the last 3 minutes. Hopefully you enjoyed this. We'll be bringing more raids to the channel because that got really good support and a couple of comments and things like that. So I love raiding. It's absolutely great. Time to get restocked on some things anyways, and try to get our raid streak going, maybe for both of our accounts as well. So if you enjoyed, consider subscribing. We got a whole big playlist of free to play for you to go and enjoy. Lots of really positive comments on that. By the way, people continue to find that series and have enjoyed it. So if you are and you're here for that, sincerely, thank you so much. If you're just tuning in for the first time, whole bunch of Last Day on Earth content. We do a whole lot of stuff, good tip videos, anything about events coming up or as they've released, all that good stuff. Plus just some cool milestones and ways to get through the game and have some success. So hopefully you're enjoying that, and consider subscribing. If you're not, we're on the way to our next channel milestone, which is 10,000 subscribers. We're getting close. We're creeping in on the halfway mark, which is really, really awesome. Likes and comments are appreciated. And of course, as always, come over to the Discord. It is popping. It is awesome. Thank you so much for all the support over there. And that link is in the description. With that, close it out. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace.